60% of Gen Z is only paying the minimum on their credit cards every single month, and most of them think that's actually helping their credit score. Spoiler alert, it's not, and the hole they're digging is deeper than they realize. We're living through one of the most expensive eras in modern American history, and the cost of living isn't just uncomfortable anymore, it's structurally breaking how young people manage money. When rent, groceries, and gas eat your paycheck alive, the credit card stops being a tool and starts being a lifeline. Here's the silent killer hiding in plain sight. Interest rates on most credit cards now routinely exceed 20% annually, yet roughly half of all cardholders have no idea what rate they're even paying. That's not a budgeting problem, that's a financial literacy emergency wearing a swipe-to-pay disguise. Think of it this way. Carrying a balance on a 22% APR card is like borrowing money from a loan shark who wears business casual and sends you a rewards points summary every month. The math doesn't care how good your intentions are, compound interest runs in the background like malware, quietly doubling your stress. What's wild is that 60% of cardholders genuinely believe carrying a balance month to month is good for their credit score. This misconception is so widespread, it's basically financial folklore at this point. The truth is that credit utilization is a major scoring factor, and keeping a balance isn't a flex, it's a drag on your score and a gift to your lender. We've been here before as a culture. The 1980s saw consumer debt explode when credit became democratized. The early 2000s produced a generation of minimum payment zombies, and now here we are again, just with better apps and worse interest rates. History doesn't repeat, but it absolutely does remix. The behavioral economics here are genuinely fascinating and deeply human. When people feel financial scarcity, the psychological cost of saving feels heavier than the mathematical cost of debt. Over a quarter of Americans now say they don't need a traditional emergency fund because they have a credit card. And that logic, while understandable, is essentially saying you'll put out fires with a flamethrower. Here's the misconception worth dismantling right now. Your credit card is not an emergency fund, it's an emergency debt accelerator. An actual emergency fund is a boring, low-yield, beautifully unsexy savings account that costs you nothing when everything goes sideways. Now, let's talk strategy, because doom without direction is just content. The first move is a phone call. You can literally call your credit card company, ask for a lower rate, and a meaningful percentage of the time, they'll say yes, because a customer paying 17% beats a customer defaulting at 23%. If that doesn't move the needle, 0% APR. Balance transfer cards are one of the most underused tools in the personal finance toolbox. You freeze the interest clock, and every dollar you pay actually reduces principal instead of just feeding the bank. The discipline required is real, but so is the math. Automate a payment that's slightly above the minimum, even $10 or $20 more per month creates compounding progress instead of compounding debt. And removing the decision from your hands removes the temptation to underpay. Process and consistency will always outperform willpower and intention. There's something almost philosophical about debt at scale. It reveals what a society values, what it underfunds, and who it leaves underprepared when the economic weather turns. We're not watching a personal finance failure here. We're watching a systemic gap between wages, education, and the financial products people are handed before they know what they're signing. The people who come out of this cycle aren't necessarily the ones who made the most money. They're the ones who built the simplest, most boring, most repeatable systems and left emotion at the door. Discipline, sizing your risk appropriately, and consistency over time will beat brilliance with bad habits every single day of the week. If you're currently in the minimum payment loop, know this. It's not permanent, it's not shameful, and there are clear, documented, historically proven moves to get out. None of them require luck, just sequence and patience. The strategy exists. The only variable left is whether you use it. Whether you're trying to clean up your credit, build real financial cushion, or take that stability and put it towards something that actually builds wealth, we can help you get started in real estate investing, connect you with home contracting resources, or point you toward trusted lenders. So check out our links in the description below.